Saylor got snubbed. Banks are saying gold's going to 5,000. What does that mean for cryptos? A decentralized project locking out wallets? Well, that's not decentralization. We'll talk XRP price along with...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
That's right, Michael Saylor's mad and no AI art is gonna fix this problem because he was snubbed from the S&P 500. So I guess using other people's money to make money doesn't get you on that exclusive list. And Jerome Powell and the Fed. Whoa, they're talking about a 50 basis point cut now? Pretty much a guarantee that we're gonna get a rate cut in general? What is going on? Well, we'll get into that. But before we do, you know the deal. You, the viewer, matters most. That's why I share your comments at the beginning of every video. Charles Pelletier says, I totally agree. I want my gold and silver as slabs so damn big I can't even pick them up with my hand. Physical gold and silver, no tokens on that. I get it, dude. There are certain things that I don't want tokenized. I don't want my Pokemon cards tokenized. I don't want my Harold Baines autographed rookie cards tokenized. No, I want the real deal. Hell, I don't want my sex tokenized. I want to feel it, baby. But I do get tokenization. There's sometimes a need for it. Shane Wilkins is hanging out and says, man, I really think this weekend we'll be popping. Shane, look at this, though. CME Group now, who has been on it here. I mean, they have been spot on with the Fed, are now saying 89% chance that we're going to get a 25 basis point cut, 11% chance that we're going to get a 50 basis point cut, with a 0% chance that we're going to get a pause. That's big, everyone, because right now the market is saying no regs, but we'll be getting a cut. All right, but what about gold? Well, we'll get into that. Kyle Reese, loved the name and loved the movie franchise, says you nailed it with stablecoins benefiting them, that's the government, and not the crypto space. Wait until the next rate cut happens, but the bad job market data nullifies any altcoin pump, and nada. The Grinch is going to come early this year. I swear, it's almost as if Don and Jerome are working together. Oh, the Don's going to be in the news. Why? Because decentralized finance is somehow finding a way to block wallets, but it's decentralized. So how are they able to block wallets? I thought that was the whole idea of DeFi. You didn't have control like that. Oh, but they're doing it to protect people. Wait till you hear that story. Bitcoin, 110,000, 869 ETH, 4289 XP at 281, while BNB's at 860. Sol's above 200, which is kind of nice. I like seeing that kind of action, while XLM is clinging on to 35 cents. Let's get right into it. Banking giant Goldman Sachs says, yo, gold's got a chance to hitting 5,000. Wall Street giant Goldman Sachs has mapped out a bullish upside scenario for gold, suggesting the precious metal could climb towards 5,000 in the coming years if shifts in global capital markets accelerate. Indeed, the bullish call comes as gold continues to trade at new record highs. Gold is at a new record high right now. That's why you're seeing a little bit of a vacuum right now in the crypto space because of the uncertainty in the market. And when the market's uncertain, what happens? Yeah, precious metals roar. Tokenize that? No, I don't want to tokenize my gold. I want the real deal, baby. By press time, the metal was trading at 35.86, having rallied 36% year to date. According to the bank, one of the biggest risks to U.S. monetary stability would be the weakening of the Federal Reserve independence. This is what they said. A scenario where Fed independence is damaged would likely lead to higher inflation, lower stock and long-dated bond prices, and an erosion of the dollar's currency status. Oh, okay. Now, brought up earlier about stablecoins and the push to stablecoins. The reason stablecoins were pushed so quickly is because what? Well, stablecoins are backed by U.S. government debt. So no wonder the United States government pushed for stablecoin regs so that more people could buy United States government debt. So the government protected stablecoins, and now the government's hanging out crypto to dry because I broke a story yesterday where the bigs on Capitol Hill are saying, yo, you ain't getting regs until October, November, maybe December. Santa Claus is coming to town. Talked about it earlier. 89% chance that you're going to get a 25 basis cut on the 17th of September. Don't worry, we'll be live streaming that event, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. But the big deal is this. The 11% chance that we're going to get a 50 basis cut. Why is this big? Well, check this out. A month ago, 0% chance that we were going to get a 50 basis point cut. A week ago, 0% chance that we we're going to get a 50 basis point cut. But now the market is like, yo, Jerome, you may have overcooked the turkey, my guy. You may have left rates too high for too long, and you may have the economy. So instead of bending us over, Rover, you may have to cut this bad boy 50 basis points. I don't know. There's still part of me out there that thinks Jerome might pause, but CPI data is coming out on the 11th of September. We got 5 days. I believe that's a Thursday, Wednesday, something like that. I don't know. It's the 11th, okay? I'll live stream that one as well. CPI data is going to determine how big or if we get the rate cuts. Sailor snubbed in it, put a smile on my face, and ain't no AI art gonna fix that, you fucking scumbag loser. Michael Saylor slams the S&P 500 rejection as strategy outshines Bitcoin and the SPY. Michael Saylor, the co-founder of the strategy and one of Bitcoin's most vocal advocates, has criticized the rejection of his company from the S&P 500. His company just basically buys Bitcoin. I think the S&P 500 is looking for something more than that. Like, your company uses other people's money to buy Bitcoin. Like, that's like their strategy. Like, for real. The index committee made its decision on Friday, September 5th, opting to add Robinhood instead of strategy. Robinhood, known for providing retail investors access to stocks, crypto, and a secure place, while strategy was left out. This decision came despite MicroStrategy's record outperforming nearly all major benchmarks. Yeah, but think Robinhood does more. They do stocks, they do crypto, they do a whole bunch of stuff. Strategy is just a Bitcoin proxy machine. Reacting to the outcome, Saylor posted a chart. You want to see what he posted? This is what he posted. He's trying to flex. Showing people, look, here's the SPY. We're beating the SPY. Yeah, but dude, you're leveraging future debt for BTC. So you're leveraging debt on a high-risk asset using other people's money. Dude, that's speculation on speculation on speculation. The S&P right now wants more than just that. The S&P wants action. So Saylor, I'm sorry, baby. It ain't all about orange. Sometimes the S&P 500 wants what? Wants more. So yeah, baby, you could take your AI drawings and shove them up your fucking ass. We only act to protect users. World Liberty Financial defends freezing 272 wallets. But yo, this is a DeFi program and we're freezing wallets? That's not decentralization. That's centralization right there. Trump family-backed DeFi project acknowledged blocking 272 addresses. In a statement, the team added they only restricted to select addresses they deemed risky. Well, wait a minute. So you let them buy, but then once you let them buy, then you blocked them out? We do not seek to blacklist anyone. World Liberty Financial only intervenes to protect users, never to silence normal activity. We respond when alerted to malicious or high-risk activity that could harm the community members. This is what World Liberty Financial said. We heard community concerns about recent wallet blacklists. Transparency first. World Liberty Financial only intervenes to protect users. Over the past few days, 272 wallets were blacklisted. This is a very small segment of the total holders. Of that 272, 215 were tied to a phishing attack. Oh, they weren't fishing in a lake. They were getting information. We stepped in to preemptively stop hackers from draining funds. Oh, man. Scam of all scams. Why? Because now you've got a crypto dev saying that his money was stolen from Trump-linked World Liberty Financial. TLDR, they stole my money, Skvork wrote. And because it's the president of the United States' family, I can't do anything about it. This is a new age mafia where there's no one to complain to, no one to argue with, no one to sue. In response to another user, Skvork claimed that one of his 6 investors who were subject to 100% token lockups from the beginning said it was not high risk to accept money from this address, but it's high risk to unlock owed money to it, he wrote. This is crazy, everyone. And here's his post. I just got a reply from World Liberty Financial. They stole my money and it's because of the POTUS family and I can't do anything about it. Yeah. So, I guess they can do whatever they want, huh? I mean, cool, right? And that's what's kind of messed up about this whole thing. And in fact, if we go to World Liberty Financial, let's go to that amazing project right here, and I've got project in air quotes. Look at this. Let's go to that all-time chart on that. Oh, baby, look at that. Pumperoni and dumperoni. Total piece of shit. Broader look at the crypto market sees, yeah, volume going way down to 115 billion on 21%. Altcoin season still holding strong, though, at 51 out of 100. Let's look at that institutional outflows. Yes. Outflow in Ethereum, almost $500 million. Outflow in Bitcoin to the tune of 160 million. Couple days in a row of outflows for BTC. BTC has been soft. Look, zoom out. You can see lots of inflows of orange here, but then what do you notice? Inflows of blue, which is Ethereum, and then outflows of orange. So the market is really softened up on BTC. So Sailor, only orange, not true. Why? Because now the market is going only blue, and the S&P 500 said, fuck you. Got XRP price. We're at 281 right now. Sideways? Yeah, pretty much. This last week has seen a lot of that. We've been very, very range bound here. Yeah, we get into like the 286, 287 mark. And yeah, we get to the lows like the mid 270s. But we've been very tightly range bound here as of late. Look at this. Ever since we breached south of that $3 mark, we have been floating around in a really tight 10-cent range. In fact, look at the volume. Down 26% to $4.3 billion. What is XRP waiting for? This Jerome Powell action. Why? Because we ain't getting regs this month. We'll be lucky to get markup on September 30th. And markup is a procedural vote from a subcommittee that then pushes that bill to the full Senate. Then that bill, once it's done with the full Senate, that has to get voted on. Then that goes to the House. Oh my gosh, everyone, we've been screwed. Kind of like World Liberty Financial holders have been screwed. Pumperoni, dumperoni. Crypto market right now, lots of risk. Why? Well, because of economic uncertainty, policy issues. Maybe we did overcook the turkey with rates too high for too long. Maybe the job reports are going to start sucking and we have what? A recession to worry about. So maybe Jerome fucked us. And maybe these banking giants know what's up and they're like, yo, gold is going to keep roaring because Jerome did overcook the turkey. XRP price? Well, let's see what Jerome Powell has to say in about a week. So a decentralized crypto project is blacklisting wallets and you can't do anything about it. That sounds a bit centralized to me, doesn't it? Yeah. And the funny thing about it is they let these people buy this stuff during the lockup period. So it was okay to take their money. But then when these users want access to their money, you're like, no, girlfriend, your wallet's blacklisted. And the dude's right, because it's associated with the President of the United States' family, there ain't shit, Ola, you could do about that crap, Ola. Other than what? Complain on the socials. And that's exactly what Michael Saylor did, crying about the S&P 500. Bro, all you do is buy Bitcoin with other people's money, and the S&P 500 wants more than that. I mean, for real. Look at all the other players on the S&P 500. They do a lot more than that shit. And we want a lot more than just what? Than just talk about regs. We want the action to happen. And we're starting to hear more players from the Senate now talk about what? Delays until November, December. So another instance of the United States government overpromising and under-delivering. We were supposed to have a crypto strategic reserve. No tax on crypto. We were supposed to have regs by now. We were supposed to have a whole bunch of shit by now, and we haven't gotten any of it. We've been rugged as the American people. We've been blacklisted as the American people. Why? Well, because they just wanted to pass stablecoin regs. Because stablecoins are backed by government debt. Oh, that supports the United States government. Yeah, that was their plan all along. Get stables through to support the government and screw everyone else. It's the United States way. Bend over, Rover. The United States government is here and we're giving you the old up the beehole. Choo-choo what? Well, the sign says it behind me. Choo-choo bitches.